I shoot most of my videos on the Sony FX30. This is my main camera. This is the camera I trust for YouTube videos, product reviews, tutorials, talking head setups, cinematic B-roll, all of it. But today I'm testing something completely different. This is the KraftGeek Selfie Stick Tripod. It's small, it's magnetic, it has a remote control, it opens into a tripod, and it's clearly designed for phones. So the question is not, can this replace the Sony FX30? The real question is, can this make an FX30 shooter faster? Can it help you get behind the scenes footage? Can it help you shoot vertical shorts? Can it give you a quick second angle? Can it help you film yourself when the FX30 is already being used for the main shot? That is what I want to find out in this video. So today we're doing phone versus FX30, but not in the usual way. This is not about saying the phone is better or worse. This is about figuring out where the phone actually fits inside a real FX30 creator workflow. And if you like this type of Sony FX30 content, filmmaking tools, camera setups, and real world gear tests, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell because I've got a lot more videos like this coming. Also, I'm going to put links to everything I'm talking about down in the description below. And a quick disclosure before we get into it, KraftGeek sent this over for me to test, but they're not controlling what I say in the video. I'm going to show you what I like, what I actually use it for, and where I think it makes sense for an FX30 shooter. I'm also going to be honest about what I would not use it for. Let's get into it. This is basically a compact phone tripod, selfie stick, and remote control setup all in one. It folds down small enough to throw in a bag, and it opens up into a tripod. It extends pretty tall for something this compact. It has a magnetic phone mount, has a detachable remote, and the idea is simple. You can set up your phone quickly, step away from it, start recording without having to constantly walk back and forth to hit record. Now, that may sound like a pretty basic idea, but for creators, this is actually a big deal because one of the biggest problems when you film by yourself is that you're always doing everything. You're the camera operator, you're the person on camera, you're checking focus, you're checking framing, you're hitting record, you're trying to get B-roll, you're trying to get vertical content, you're trying to get the behind the scenes content. And if you shoot with a camera like the Sony FX30, it's very easy to get focused on that main camera and you forget to capture everything else around the shoot. And that's where something like this might make sense, not as a replacement for the FX30, but as a helper tool for the FX30 shooter. Now let's start with the really obvious test. I'm going to set up my Sony FX30 as my main camera right here, and then I'm going to put my Samsung phone on the KraftGeek tripod and frame up a similar shot right here. Same room, same lighting, same subject, same basic setup. Now, let's be clear. The FX30 should win this test. The FX30 has a much larger sensor. It gives you better lens options, gives you better control over exposure, it gives you better dynamic range. It gives you that real camera look. And if you're shooting an S-Log or Cine EI and exposing properly and using good light, the FX30 is going to give you a much more serious image. But that's not really the question. The real question is this: is the phone shot good enough to use? Could I use it as a second camera angle? Could I use it for a behind the scenes shot? Could I use it for a vertical short? Could I use it for a quick setup clip while the FX30 is being used as my main camera? That's the real test, because sometimes we get so obsessed with perfect image quality that we forget something really important. A good shot you actually capture is better than a perfect shot that you never set up. And this is where the phone starts to become useful, because I can have my FX30 locked in for the serious shot, and then I can have the phone running off to the side, capturing the process. This is probably my favorite use for this little tripod, behind the scenes footage. Let's say I'm filming a Sony FX30 video. The FX30 is set up on the main tripod. I've got my lighting set, I've got my monitor, I've got my lens picked out. I'm focused on making the main video look good. Normally, I would not want to stop everything and set up another camera just to capture behind the scenes. But with this, I can take my phone, snap it onto the tripod, put it off to the side, and now I have another angle running. Now I can capture myself setting up the FX30. I can capture myself changing camera settings. I can capture lens swaps. I can capture product shots. I can capture the room setup. I can capture the process. And this matters because the behind the scenes footage is extremely useful content. It makes the video more interesting. It gives you extra B-roll. It gives you shorts. It gives you Instagram reels. It gives you TikToks. Gives you proof that you're actually doing the work. And if you're trying to build a YouTube channel, this kind of footage is valuable. Every FX30 video you shoot could probably become 3 or 4 short form videos if you simply capture the process. And that's where this thing makes sense. The FX30 is the main camera. The phone is the content machine running in the background. All right, hey everybody, I wanted to give you some of the pros and cons of this product and demonstrate the actual product to you so you can see exactly what we're looking at here and exactly what you can expect. I feel this selfie stick, very durable. It's got some good weight to it. I feel like it's a better design than what I've ever seen. So let me just go over some of the key benefits and features. First of all, it's magnetic, okay? Phone sticks right on here. You've got a remote control that detaches, so you can take that remote and you can, put the selfie stick over here and take the remote with you, right? So you get a detachable remote. Easily pops out into a tripod, so you got that. The tripod comes with a magnetic ring that goes on the back of your phone, if you can see that. I've got a Samsung Galaxy, so you put that magnetic ring on the back there, and that's what gives it its stick. So it's magneticness, if you would. So what I do is if I'm shooting horizontal, I like to take my phone, put this over here. You can bend this thing. Another cool feature of this is it has a double bend at the top, a double elbow. So if you wanted to walk around selfie mode, you can do that. I'm gonna get to that in just a minute. But when you put it on your phone, what I like to do is I like to get it nice and square and then listen to this. Grabs right on there. Very, very durable. It's got an excellent amount of hold. So here's the double elbow feature. If you wanted to use it as a selfie stick, it works very good for that. So it's got that great, quality of smoothness. For me, the cell phones have a very smooth auto stabilization, almost sometimes too smooth in a way. It almost looks too perfect, but it's kind of like a GoPro. Now, again, this is not something that you can use with your FX30, unfortunately. I'm going to talk to them and ask them if they could actually build one that would work with the FX30, because it is a pretty cool idea for, a tripod. Thing's got power to it. And it clicks down. So one of the other great features is the height of this. It fully extends to, I think, 6 or 7 feet. But let me show you. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half of these extensions. This thing's so long, I can reach all the way over to this wall, which is, the thing is, it's huge. I can't even get it in there. It's absolutely huge. Very cool. And then when you use that with the tripod, like I will sometimes do like a looking down shot. Actually, you can't see that. I will do like a looking down shot with the phone, like that. And this thing can actually, you can get that overhead shot if you want. Some of the cons of it, let me hit the cons real quick. I don't have a whole lot, but one of the things that would have made this really cool, I think, is because it compacts down and it turns into a nice compact KraftGeek selfie stick. It's very nice the way it compacts down. I mean, you could just throw this in your duffel bag and have it with your cell phone just for picking up side content, which is really cool. But what I would have liked to see them do is to put a like a little 1/4-20 thread so you could, put it on another tripod. I would think that would have been really cool. And then what else? Oh, if they had put a 1/4-20 here so you could connect the camera to it, because this tripod unfortunately is one you can only use it with your cell phone. But it really does an excellent job. So if we wanted to go ahead and just throw on the camera here. So you can see I got myself there in the picture. It really is quite a cool tripod. Very durable. The battery life, maybe the battery life is a question for this. I charged this up the first time when they sent it to me, and I have not charged it since. So the remote, since you're not using it all the time, and again, of course, it's Bluetooth, so it connects to your phone. But if you're not using it all the time, and this thing could last for months and months and months. Because you're using the remote for stop start. So if you're using the remote for stop start, then this thing potentially could last for 6 months on the battery life. So really cool, great features to it. Again, like this is not a replacement for any camera that you have. It is an add-on. It's an extra added value benefit that you can use to capture extra content. You're recording your content, you're recording your video, you have this thing running on the side to cut into a quick short or a second camera angle or a behind the scenes shot. There's a lot that you can do with this, and it's really a versatile tool that everybody should have in their toolkit. It's not very expensive either. It's fairly cheap. I'll leave links for that down in the description below so you can check it out if you want. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. It's really just a handy side tool that you can have in your back pocket or your camera bag all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Again, subscribe to Post Street Studios if you want to see more content like this. Camera reviews, gear reviews, added value benefit tools that you can keep in your toolkit and use. I'm grateful that you're here watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.